don't have my life. I don't have to think about that.
I just recently got acquainted with Sam's organization. I knew a little bit about the conflict. By comparison to what I understand now, most importantly, its impact, I knew nothing in comparison. And that's part of my biggest takeaway from this trip is the indelible mark left on my soul after spending a week on the grounds here, seeing from the operating room to the Zatari, the refugee camp, to the rehabilitation centers with whom SAMS is partnering in official and non-official ways in order to procure for its beneficiaries the most holistic, well-rounded, and thorough rehabilitation and medical assistance possible.
I think that's the biggest impact for me is seeing the fight, the spirit.
I have Syrian friends that have immigrated to the United States, and I have become friends with an increasingly large Syrian family. That is, as more and more members of said family move, my Syrian family has grown and grown and grown. And I think this holiday, I was having a family dinner at my friend's house, and I remember I raised my glass and I toasted to my big extended Syrian family for adopting the American. And that's how I feel. And somebody said to me today, it's amazing you're doing this. Thank you for doing this. You don't have any, you don't have any family relations in Syria. It's not, you have no dog in this fight. And I said, well, on the contrary, I not only feel like this is my family, it's my chosen family, but I think this is a bigger issue. It's not just about a political issue. It's not just about Syria. It's not just about the conflict or those of whom are displaced or negatively affected. It's a human issue. Human rights, medical care, access to medical attention is a human right, not a Syrian right or an American right or a Canadian right. It's a basic human right, and one that, like air, we take for granted unless we don't have it. I think the Me Too movement is about speaking up against the long-standing status quo of powerful men silencing women, and us as a community, as a society, being so ready to ignore or otherwise suppress, doubt, criticize, or shame those few brave or foolish souls that do raise their voice and come forward when they've had enough of that pattern. I think Hollywood is, despite its reputation, has a long way to go. I don't feel, despite its reputation, Hollywood is very behind on some of the most basic things, like gender pay equality, like representation of minority groups, of women. We're in 1/3 of the speaking roles. We earn a third of what our male counterparts do. I think we're in less than that in terms of how many speaking roles are available to us, and don't even get me started on how we're represented, both behind the camera and in front of the camera. I've been fighting for gender equality and gender pay equality in my business for many, many, many years. And I hope that with the recent momentum we've been able to garner, I hope that we're able to transmute that into something that's long-standing. Yes, of course, that's the whole point. But Hollywood needs to catch up and catch up fast.